Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. That's it. When you breathe in a slow, calm, relaxing breath. And start to notice where tension exists in your body. Maybe your neck and shoulders. Maybe around your jaw, your forehead. And as you breathe in that relaxation, just allow that tension to melt away. And as you breathe out, start to feel that tension leaving your body. That's it. Breathing in a wonderful sense of calm and tranquility. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. Allow your eyelids to fully relax now, just feeling heavier and more relaxed. Just loosen all of the muscles around your jaw. Allow the tiny muscles all around your face to just feel like it's time to let go. That's it. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to remember a time when you were out in nature, feeling the most relaxed you've ever felt. Remember where you were. And maybe there was water, or plants, and maybe blue skies and sunshine. And just feel like you're back in that place now. And use the power of your imagination to imagine a large, comfortable bed. And it shouldn't be there, not there in nature, but it is. And just imagine what it would feel like to lie on that large, comfortable bed on a soft pillow, breathing in fresh air, maybe feeling the warmth of the sun on that large, comfortable bed. And as I count down from 5 to 1, just imagine what it would feel like to feel so deeply relaxed that you drift off to sleep, a dreamlike sleep on that large, comfortable bed. 5, just loosen all of the muscles in your eyelids, forehead, around your jaw, your whole face, letting go of any tension. That's it. 4, just feeling your arms and legs go so heavy, limp, loose and heavy, so relaxed. And then 3, as you breathe in, just imagine all of your internal organs all at the same time just relax. Your heart, stomach, lungs, all the way down into your diaphragm. Become so deeply relaxed now. And then 2, into your gut. Any anxiety, any worries just melt away as you feel a sense of looseness and pure relaxation. And then 1, just imagine your whole body feel so deeply relaxed that you drift off into a dreamlike sleep. And I want you to imagine in this dreamlike sleep, you're at a desk in an old library with a book. And this is a book of your life. And maybe this book has pictures. In the first few pages, you see yourself as a baby. And then you see yourself as a young child. And as you turn the pages, see yourself as a teenager, then into college. But I want you to see yourself like you're someone else, that you get this sense of perspective about why you made the choices you made. And I want you to get a sense that you did the best you could with what you knew. That every experience you had shaped you in some way. At some level, you looked up to your father, and those qualities that you saw in him were familiar, comforting, predictable. And the qualities you saw in your mother, strong, powerful. I want you to get a sense that they shaped you. They shaped who you were and the person you'd be attracted to. And I want you to flick the pages of this book until you see the beginning stages of what would lead to be a long relationship. First meeting, first kiss, first date. Even if it's words on a page, they create flashbacks of memories, but see them as you were, like you're someone else. See yourself at the age you were, the kind of clothes you would have been wearing, and then follow that relationship. I want you to follow promises that were made but not kept, agreements that were alluded to but not stuck to. How a person can be one way in front of certain people and a different way in front of you. I want you to get a deep sense of perspective. And I want you to see it in all of its colours and shades. The moments that were good, the moments that were sad, moments of connection, and moments of arguments. Not pretending that it was either perfect or horrible. No relationship is. As you flick through the pages, see it exactly as it was. Good and bad. Not black or white, but all of the shades of grey. And as you turn the pages, see yourself getting older, wiser. And I want you to see how certain things that you would never have tolerated, you started to tolerate. Things you wouldn't have accepted, you began to. That goalposts and boundaries were being moved. Stealthily. You were giving more than you were receiving. And I want you to see the straws that broke the camel's back. As you turn the pages, see the moments that led to a feeling of it no longer being something that you could rely on, to have confidence on. I want you to see moments, perhaps of deceit, moments where you felt unimportant, like a second thought. I want you to see things that just didn't make sense. And as you see the straws that break the camel's back, and it reaches the point where enough is enough, let me know by nodding your head. And then I want you to step into that version of you that felt enough was enough. A feeling of decisiveness. A feeling that knowing what you now know, you don't want this. And I want you to reactivate that feeling. A feeling of decisiveness, of absolute commitment. And I want you to feel that there is a connection in that moment being severed. Like a cord is being cut. In fact, I want you to visualize that person and just imagine a cord, like an umbilical cord, from them connecting to you. And in that moment, I want you to feel that you have the courage and the power to cut that cord, knowing that once it's cut, it can never be reconnected. I want you to feel a sense of finality, that now it doesn't matter what the changes are, what is said, what is done. That only affects them. It no longer affects you. And when you're ready to cut that cord, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And I want you to feel not a sense of loss, but a sense of liberation. I want you to get a sense that what if this cord was holding you back from the life you could be living, but also that in some way your cord was holding them back from the life they could be living. I want you to get a sense with the cord cut, both of you are now free to live a life truly of your own making. And I want you to feel that cutting the cord was the final few words of the last chapter in this book. But now as you turn the page, I want you to see a blank page. Because this book is not finished. I want you to see many, many blank pages ahead. And I want you to think of all the wonderful things that could be on these blank pages. Wonderful experiences, new adventures, decisions and goals. I want you to get a sense that even if you're not together, you can wish them well. That if they make changes, then good for them. And if you make changes, then good for you. But the cord is now cut. I want you to get a sense that there were two boats sailing alongside, and now they diverge, sailing off in different directions. And that doesn't mean that you want that other boat to sink or crash. You can want that boat to sail off into a positive direction and still want your boat to also sail in a positive direction, knowing that there may be storms ahead and currents, but I want you to feel that you are now the captain of your ship. You're the master of your destiny, and not every decision you make will be right, but you become wiser for it. And I want you to imagine that as you turn these pages, your mind starts giving you possibilities. not obligations, but possibilities. Maybe you meet someone, maybe you don't. Maybe you find a new hobby, maybe you don't. Maybe you travel somewhere new, learn a new language, and maybe you don't. I want you to get a sense that there are infinite possibilities on these blank pages. And I want you to feel that right now you are activating all of the resources to feel a sense of excitement and optimism for the pages yet to come. You've not lost anything. You've gained something. And what you've gained is your future, your destiny, your freedom, and all of the wonderful choices you get to make with pure consideration for you. Activate those wonderful resources now. And as you turn those pages that are blank, feel that you can step into any one of them and experience a possibility. And I want you to get a sense that there is no desperation, no necessity. You have all of the options and none of the obligations. And if this feels like a wonderful, positive step forward, let me know by nodding your head. This next chapter is only about you, figuring out who you are and what you want now. And then imagine turning a few pages forward and seeing the possibility that this person from your past reconnects with grand promises, big gestures. And I want you to see that version of you like you're someone else that's evolved, that is not interested in going backwards. See that version of you only interested in going forwards. And if you can see that version of you firmly and assertively giving a clear boundary, never backing down, reminding you perhaps of a time that you simply refused to say yes. See that version of you enforcing a boundary to protect you and them from history repeating. When you can see that future, know that you are already changing patterns of the past to create new possibilities for the future. These blank pages are all unwritten. I want you to get a sense of infinite possibility, a sense of wonderment, a sense that it's daunting but also appealing, a grand adventure. And when you're ready to reconcile a decision that's already been made, already been implemented, but now accept fully that decision, let me know by nodding your head. And then find yourself no longer in this library with that book, but back on a big comfy bed in nature, feeling that the person that leaves that bed is different. A sense of peace, a sense of moving on, a sense of wishing the very best for you and everyone else without needing to go backwards. And that version of you that's reconciled a decision that will now only move forwards is ready to return to the here and now. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. As very shortly I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, calm and confident, with a sense of liberation, relief, optimism and excitement for this brand new chapter. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.